going to use a wall as our prop to stretch. So find a wall, blank wall, no objects on it is helpful, just a blank space because we're going to go up against it. So let's start feet hip distance apart, facing your wall. Rock forward and back on your toes and your heels, just finding your center. Once you've established your center, let's go ahead and place our hands on the wall. Soft bend in the elbows at first. Lower belly in, pulling back against that low spine to support the low back. Let's start with walking our feet out a little bit. So if you take a peek at your device and see how my body is, I'm in one long line. I'm not arching through. I'm not curved in any weird way, putting any pressure. Everything is straight and supported, really activating that low belly to support your back. Feel a stretch in your calf here. If that's not intense enough, you can walk your legs out. Just know that as you do that, more weight is going to go into your hands. So we're just trying to find a nice balance, weight evenly distributed between your feet and your hands. Focusing now on our forearms. We're going to stretch out our forearms here. So bring those shoulders down the back. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. Let's move side to side a little bit, just shifting from right to left. Spread those fingers nice and wide, like you're making a handprint in the Hollywood stars on the sidewalk. So nice and wide handprint. Find center. Let's bend our elbows a little bit. Feel the elbows tucked in instead of flopping out. So I'm really pointing the tips of the elbows to the ground. I'm feeling the outside of my shoulders and my back really activated and pressed down. And straighten the arms. And bend. And straighten. Again, bend. And straighten. Let's walk our feet in. Only as much as your hands can allow, because you're going to instantaneously feel a nice stretch in your forearms. Unless you have really flexible forearms, and in which case I'm very jealous. Fingertips spread. We don't want our hands up here, we want them right in front of us. And turn the fingertips to point each other. So now the tips of our elbows are facing the side. And try straightening your arms. This might be a little bit more intense. Breathe here. Bend the elbows. Straighten the elbows. Bend the elbows. Straighten. Bend and straighten. Let's walk our feet out a little bit. Feel more of a stretch in those arms. You can always have just one leg behind and one leg in front for more support, and also a calf stretch. If you have one leg in front, go ahead and switch legs. Good. And point those fingertips back up to the ceiling. Bring your body back up. Let's lower the arms. Give those arms a little shake. Let's clasp our fingers and roll out our wrists. I don't know about you, but like my forearms are a little itchy from stretching, like that weird stretch feel. So you can just quickly feel your forearms, give them a little massage. Think of rolling the muscle over the bone. Not quite an Indian burn, but kind of. Roll out those wrists. Good. Let's go ahead and place our back against the wall. I'm going to walk our bodies all the way back. I want you to feel like your entire back is glued to the wall. So that means you might have to feel like you're squeezing your ribs together a little bit to really press into the wall. We don't want to be arched so that there's space. We want to really be pressed up against the wall. My lower belly is really pulling in here so that my low back, my low spine is really glued to the wall. I'm going to walk my feet out a little bit. That makes making myself flat a little bit better. Especially if you have a booty, you need to walk those feet out. Hang out here for a moment, feel the support of the wall. Let's turn our head to the right. Turn our head to the left. Feel the shoulder blades pressed against the back. Slide those shoulders down the back. And turn the head. Turn the head. Let's drop our right ear to the right shoulder. Left ear to the left shoulder. Again, right. Breathing and left. And come back to center. Let's reach our arms up the wall as far as we can go. Feel a nice stretch, but still trying to keep that spine against the wall. Feet are walked out in front of you. We're going to slide our body down the wall and take a seat on an imaginary chair. Bring those hands down to the legs. Feel your quads really working now. Breathe. Place your hands against the wall as you slide your butt up the wall, but keep the body low. Now we're getting into our hamstrings. Hands can come to your shins. Hands can come to your knees. Hand comes to the floor. If you can't straighten your legs all the way, you can keep a slight bend in them. Just want you to feel the stretch. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Feel the support of the wall. Breathe. Now take your left hand to the outer edge of your right ankle. Reach that right arm up to the ceiling for a twist. Breathe here. Think of hollowing out your low belly. Think of lifting it up off your thighs. Even if your belly is still touching your thighs, just think about hollowing out that low belly, lifting it off your thighs. Shoulder blades down the back. Reach that arm up to the sky. Exhale, lower that hand down. Cross the right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Turn the body, reach that left arm up to the sky. Breathe. Feel the support of the wall. Feel the stretch in the legs. If you want to play with straightening the legs a little bit more, you can. And bring that arm down. Come back to center. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Walk the hands up the legs. Bring your body back up against the wall. Legs are straight. Rest everything up against the wall. Shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears. Breathe. And let's roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, keeping the booty pressed up against the wall as you lengthen down, touching those toes. Relaxing that neck. From here, we're going to slide our butt down, back into that imaginary chair. If you need to grab the wall and wiggle your feet in so that everything is at a right angle, do so. So we want our knees stacked right on top of our ankles here. And our butt should be in line with all of that. You can use the wall as support, bringing your hands here. If you do this, think of shoulder blades down the back. And straighten the legs, send the butt up the wall. Let's do that again. Hands on the wall, shoulder blades down the back. Scoot the butt down the wall. Find that nice chair position. And lengthen through the legs. Release those arms. Walk the hands up the legs. Come to a nice tall standing position. Walk your feet in. Let's turn around and face the wall again. Hands flat against the wall, just like we did when we started. This time we're gonna walk our body out and slide our hands down. So we're making a tabletop. You wanna be able to eat dinner off your back, or any meal, or maybe right, or where, anyway. Feet hip distance apart. Nice long spine. See how everything is a right angle here? You don't want to be out here. We're not trying to do any crazy push-up. You don't want to be in here. You want everything to be in a nice right angle. Nice flat back. Fingertips spread nice and wide. My head is in line with my spine. I'm going to inhale and lift through the chest, rounding the upper back. Round, round, round. Pressing through the hands, feeling a stretch in the forearms, feeling a stretch in the upper back. Now I'm going to exhale and lower my chest through my arms. Nice and smooth and slow. We want to protect our shoulders and not do any jerky movements. Allow the chest to sink through the arms. Getting a stretch in the armpit area, in the back. Still stretching the back of the legs. And inhale. Round through the spine. Drop the chin into the chest. Keep those arms straight. Exhale, drop the chest through the arms. Go ahead and bend the knees, sticking that tailbone out. And straighten, keeping the body arched through the legs, or through the arms. Bend the knees, arching that tailbone up. Feeling more of an increased stretch in that upper back and those arms. And lengthen those legs. Lower belly in, find that flat back. Rising the chest back to a nice flat back. Now think of pressing the wall away so much that your shoulder blades go down your back, away from your ears. Feel that length. Whenever I say create space between the ears, slide the shoulder blades down the back, that's the action. And now for fun and for also movement, we're going to bring our ears to our shoulders. Now we're going to shift, shrug. Think of shrugging. There we go. Think of shrugging. So we're going to shift our ears to our shoulders like we're shrugging. And release that and lengthen, create space. So you're sliding. You want to feel a nice slide or glide with these shoulder blades. And go ahead and shrug, pressing the wall away from you as you bring your ears to your shoulders. And then slide the shoulder blades down the back as you extend the neck out, kind of like a turtle. Yeah, think of a turtle. Sticking our head out, and now we're a turtle and we're bringing our head back into our shell. And then we're exhaling and we're popping our head out to see what's up. Good. Let's slowly walk your hands up. Feel your body shift naturally and find this long line. Feel a stretch in your calf. Let's walk one foot in as we adjust and really reach through that back leg so we can feel a stretch. Your low back might feel a little funky right now. Your shoulders and arms might be a little tired, so feel free to shimmy your shoulders. If your back feels a little funky, really lifting that low belly against your spine is going to help. Good. And step in as we shift and change legs. Stretch through that back leg. Nice calf stretch. If your wrists are killing you, you can make fists against the wall. Good. And find center. Let's drop those arms. Give them a little shake. Let's do a couple round and curves to help loosen that low back. So my hands are just coming to the tops of my hips here. My feet are a little bit wider than my hips, and I'm going to just curve through my back. Like, kind of like a grumpy old man, like ogre kind of look. And then I'm just going to arch through my back and curve. Really focusing on the low back here. And arch and curve. While you're here, shimmy your shoulders a little bit, allowing that low back to release. And rolling up through the spine. Now we're going to focus on our shoulders. So find the wall. I'm going to face this way now so you can see. I'm going to start with our right arm against the wall. We're going to face plant the wall. My arm is directly out to my side. It's not up here and it's not down here. We want it directly in line with our shoulder. Okay, face planting against the wall, fingers spread nice and wide. I'm going to rotate my body open to the left. You can use your left hand against the wall to press open your body. You feel a nice stretch in your pec muscles. You're going to feel it all through here. So pressing that wall away. Breathe. You can rest your head against the wall if you're feeling tired. Good, and And slowly face plant towards the wall again. Let's reach our arm up, shoulder blade down the back, reach our arm down, reach it up, shoulder blade down, plugged into the back and down. And we're gonna switch arms. Now we're gonna take our left arm out to the side. Face plant the wall. Boom, fingers spread nice and wide. Make sure the arm is in line with the shoulders. We don't want it up or down, nice and in line. I already feel a stretch all through my arm. So if you do, that's great. It's just a little nerve stretch. Right hand is gonna turn, open the body to the right. Feeling that stretch in that left pec. Breathe here. Opening up the chest. And rotate as you face plant the wall again. And reach the arm up, plugging that shoulder into the back. So we don't want to up like this, we want down, plugged in. Reach the arm down, reach the arm up, reach the arm down, and come away from the wall. Give those shoulders a little roll. Let's make our way down to the floor. Give those shoulders a little roll. Let's do one nice roll down to close. So feet hip distance apart, or a little wider, totally fine. Tuck the chin into the chest, rolling through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Bend in the knees if you have to, or keep them straight if you feel good and ready. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Bend through the knees, tucking the tailbone, lower belly in, rolling up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, shoulders back, head arrives. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms lower. One more roll down, chin into the chest, rolling through the spine. Get all those nooks and crannies. Let the arms relax. We just really give them a good stretch. Breathe. And bend the knees. Lifting up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, shoulders roll back, head arrives on top of the spine. 15 minutes, arms, shoulders, even tapped into the legs with a wall. No excuse, you can do this anywhere.